Hello everyone, I'm Subash Balar. I work at ITC Limited as Vice President Personal Wash Business. I'm currently based out of Calcutta. I got introduced to Nature Cure through Dr. Neetu Jain from PIYAS way back in 1998. At that time, I wasn't very sure whether Nature Cure works, but however, since it didn't have any side effects, there was nothing to lose, so I told let's give it a shot. But however, there were two incidences which happened in my life which completely changed the way I looked at Nature Cure. My trust in it really grew. The first happened when I was doing my MBA studying at Pune. Due to my regular eating habits and poor intake of water, I started developing a lot of pain in my abdomen. Over time, the pain became really unbearable. That's when I went for a diagnosis, and the doctor did an ultrasound and told me that I had picked up a lot of kidney stones in my kidney, and since the size had become quite large, he advised that I should be taking laser therapy to break down the stones so that they could get washed away. However, at that I took a second opinion from both Dr. Neetu Jain and Dr. Mahendra at PIYAS, and they gave me an alternative treatment. So I did some hot and cold fermentation at my abdomen, changed my eating habits, and also some breathing exercise. And in just a week time, just in 7 days, my pain completely subsided. And after about 2 weeks, when I went back for a recheck, the doctor did an ultrasound, and he was completely surprised to see that all the stones had dissolved and had washed away. So that was one. Second incident happened when I was working at ITC. When I was traveling abroad, I picked up a viral disease, herpes, because of which I got snake-like blisters all through my back, and in a day or two, the blisters started affecting my nerves, and I was almost due to the pain, I was almost paralyzed. So I had to cut down my trip and come back to India. When I came back to India, I had two options from Cal. Either to get admitted in hospital over here or go down to PIYAS at Bangalore. Pain, I just couldn't move. So I called up PIYAS, and Dr. Neetu Jain gave me some treatments over the phone, and I followed it for about 2 to 3 weeks, and I was completely cured. The herpes disease had just vanished. So these two completely changed the way I looked at Nature Cure. So it is just not for small diseases like COVID. Well, it's now been about 20 years since I've been following Nature Cure. Just not me, but my entire family has been following it. My wife Swati is an ardent follower of natural therapies and yoga. Both my kids, one 15-year-old and one 8-year-old, have been brought up through drugless therapies. In fact, both of them would not even know what medicines look like. Whenever one of my kid gets viral or a cold or a fever, in fact, my 8-year-old would know what treatment to be taken, and he himself takes it and gets back into action after a day or two. So there were a lot of benefits which Nature Cure has given us. Other than absolutely zero side effects, it's a big money saver. I have an episode to just tell which can explain what I mean by money saver. Like most of the corporates, ITC Limited also has an extensive medical reimbursement policy. So one day, my secretary very hesitantly called up home, had a chat with my wife, and she told me that I guess Subash has been misplacing all his medical bills because for a long time he hasn't even submitted any bills. That's when my wife laughed and said, don't worry, he has not been misplacing any bills because we haven't had any claims to submit. So just shows proves a point that when you follow this natural way, your medical bills, your medical costs really come down. So at an organization level, you can end up in a large amount of savings which can come through these treatments. Well, I'm both happy and grateful that I got introduced to this way of natural living through PIYAS. My well wishes to the PIYAS team so that they could touch more and more people, touch their lives, so that they could live a happy and healthy life naturally. Thank you.